Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Sharon Center, Ohio. This is a new mod map out from TonyMif and Schultz Modding, 293.52 megabytes download. I had the pleasure of meeting Tony at the pre-launch event when we went to Wisconsin in the US. What a lovely, lovely guy. This is his first map and I think first mod. Schultz Modding is one of my Discord moderator admin type guys and a fantastic modder to boot, so pretty cool. I have got some information regarding the crops we'll talk about in just a moment. So what should we talk about first? There are some custom crops. There are 3. Contracts are available. Yes. Mods required. There are none to download, which is pretty cool because there's at least one, if not a couple, of Schultz Modding's mods on the map which have been integrated in. There's a thing. Who knew that could be done? If we come into here and come to sheds, we've got some sheds added in down here. And if we come to factories, we've got down the bottom there, we have a dairy. That's it. Nothing else under build modes, required mods, anything like that. If we come into actually here and come down, so we've got dairy and grain mill are the only 2 available. Now the purpose of this map, other than being a big open space American, not even an American style map, it is an American map. It does say this map tries to capture the area how it used to be before farmland gave way to housing developments. So it's a big open space type thing. And the message from Schultz Modding reads that at the end of the day, it does say it's a pretty basic map, but it is ready-made to build your own farms on. So to customize the map as you wish. Talking of which, the map looks like this. Fairly straightforward. Fuel prices vary. Let's just say this one here, for example, 1,598,000. It's up there. We've got some mid-size, I guess, 444, around that kind of price here in the middle and top section. That's got a bit of forestry on it. I think that's got a little bit on it as well. We do have, however, some smaller ones down the side there. For example, 231, that one there for 228. But then we also have some small plots there, 43 grand. Then we get up here towards the sort of, I suppose it's a big roundabout. Not, I suppose a little town, mini town, yeah. It's like a little Wild West town. You wait till we get up there. It's very cool. That one there for 24. That little plot there for 14. There's nothing on them yet, and that's the beauty of it. That one for 16. So you can put extra buildings, extra productions, whatever you want to do, which is quite cool. Now we do have 2 additional farm plots. On New Farmer, we start with this farm here and this one here. This farm plot is not expensive either. This one is 77 grand. We're going to buy plot 23, and we're going to buy plot 22, and we will get to those later on. So actually we'll talk about the crops now. We've got field grass, we've got silage corn, and we've got vetch rye added in. As far as how these go into the ground, etc., under seeders we've got field grass and vetch rye. Those are the 2 added on at the bottom of the list of crops. If we go to our planters, that's where you get your silage corn. Now the message from Mr. Schultz Modding says, and this is very important to know, silage corn yield is insanely high for chaff. It's designed to make it feel more realistic and make sense. So if you're going to take the time to put in silage corn, you're going to reap the benefit of that because the yield is very high if you're doing silage work. Awesome. Vetch rye is a cover crop. You can cultivate it in with precision farming, and you can get some fertilizer state, or you can mow it and you can get some grass from it. So the vetch rye is pretty cool. Then it goes on to say field grass, which is the other one. Looks nice. It yields a bit more than normal grass, but it does have crop destruction. So that's something to be aware of. So if you wanted to plant your field grass and use that for mowing and stuff, you can, but there is some crop destruction that goes with it. But there's some extra yield. So benefits and, you know, pluses and minuses, let's say that. So we start here at the main vehicle shop and workshop. This pickup I have reset. This is the reset point on the map. This was in a garage barn building over at the main farm. I'll show you where it was. So I haven't bought this, I've just reset it because I need a vehicle and also because this is the reset point. As we can see here, trigger for our vehicle shop, and then our workshop trigger is just in here, nice brightly lit. Workshop trigger just there. What I do like as well, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Screen up on the side there. All these extra little details, and it's big. Like, again, this was the same as the one we had that I did yesterday. Trying to remember now. That seems like an age ago. So if you like big open maps, this will definitely be up your street. But again, it's that you can jump on, you can play. If you like that style of farming, that's great. But there is so much scope then for this to build your own, make it more than it is. I did have a message from DJ as well, because Tony messaged DJ. Tony's known DJ for a long, long time. To say, I'll leave it to DJ to do. I don't want to step on his toes. But Tony sent me a message with a list of people that he wanted to thank in the video if DJ was going to do a video on it. So, but there's a load of other people that helped him with the map, seeing as it's his first one. Which is very cool. Like I say, I'm not going to read them all out because no, that's stepping on DJ's toes. There is a cool bit on the top of the map as well. There's the post office. As soon as I drove past, I thought this is one of those maps that would be perfect for that post office mod that we had with the little postal truck, and you can go out and you can collect mail from the mailboxes and stuff. That would be pretty cool on a map like this, I have to say. So, coming along, we're heading west along the bottom-ish of the map. And we've got a gas station just here, but not any old gas station. You can't buy these plots, unfortunately. There's a lot of open space here, and I thought that'd be quite cool. You could add in like farmers' kiosk and bits and bobs, but unfortunately these plots you can't buy. However, what we have got here is not a workshop trigger, but we do have. Look. That's pretty cool. We can go into the shop as well. Which I didn't see if we could. No, don't think we can put the radio on. But anyway, gas station just here. And then we head up the road towards our start farm. So the slot count on new farmer is 1022. The slot count on farm manager to start from scratch, if you use the base settings, you don't fiddle around with the settings at the start menu, it's 938. Difference being on farm manager to start from scratch, you don't start with all the equipment and machinery. As you can see, a rather large silo on the horizon, but then they are rather large fields. And when the contracts start kicking in, some of the bigger ones as well, they're going to take a while, but they're going to be worth a few squids. So well worth, or sorry, dollary doos, not squiddly diddlies. Right, so 2 Karma 16 silos. These will do seed and or mineral feed, so seed and mineral feed. So you could fill one with seed, one with mineral feed if you wanted to. We have got our solid fertiliser one. This is 60,000 litre, just there. The next that, lime, 60,000 litre, just there. Across the way, sleep and wardrobe trigger. That shed there, garage, that's where the pickup was. So if you start the game and you're thinking, hang on a minute, I don't get it. Why is my pickup not here at the store? That's where it was, in that garage. I just reset it, like I say. So there's no workshop trigger in there. It's just a garage, and our sleep and wardrobe triggers are just here. This is an NL 1622 16,000. It's a 16 million litre silo. It's a standard crop type silo. It's not a multi-fruit. And then we've got a couple of sheds, barns. We've got the we've got a Massey with an auger wagon just up here. We have got fuel tank just here for 25,000 litres. It is empty at the moment. And then shed space, as I said, we've got this one here. Ooh, this one just over here, and then we have got just here our white tractor as well. So that is the start farm. Now, all of these buildings can be removed. All 3 farms, all the buildings can be removed. I think on one of them, when I removed the farmhouse, it left a little bit of a divot in the ground, so you might just need to do a tiny little bit of landscaping on that. My advice is always save the game first, just in case. But if you do remove everything at this farm, just as an example, it will look like this. There you go. So let's continue. I always find this style of map fascinating. I've only been to America a couple of times, or 3 times. Twice was to Las Vegas, and then when I went to Wisconsin, that for me was the bigger eye-opener, because you see all this sort of stuff on the telly, and I've said this many times on map tours. I still cannot get my head around getting onto a road and potentially driving for hours and not seeing anything. Just open fields as far as the eye can see. So when you get a map like this, and I know it's a standard map, I know it's not a 4X, I know it's not anything bigger, but I don't know, it just kind of gives you that slight feeling of, and I've always wanted to kind of, I've always wanted to do that, you know, drive along one of those roads that just goes on and on and on and on, and you might get a train go past and there's nothing. It might be hundreds of miles between two towns, you know. So, we're heading north up the western side of the map. Coming up, another large facility. This is the animal dealer livestock market. There are no... where are you going? Okay, we're not stopping. Fair enough. There are no NPCs. What I do like as well, I think I said on the previous map tour that I did earlier today, one thing I'd noticed was the roads were very kind of... There wasn't any detail on them. They seemed a little bit not sterile, but... yeah, just too perfect. There's little scratches, divots, dents. There's the track in the middle. There's little bits here and there that just break that up on here. Manure buy point, slurry buy point. Come around the side, we've got the animal dealer sell point just here. And then we've got our animal dealer point, which is right along the front of the building. The only thing I think I probably would say, as it's not even a negative, I suppose a potential negative, is that these plots you can't buy the land. Especially, I mean, I suppose it's difficult because you've got the trigger there for your vehicles, but you've got big open spaces here. And I know the point is you can buy little plots here and there and you can put in production stuff. I just think with the open spaces that are here, something like the livestock market, there are quite a few different mods and decorative items and things that it would be quite cool to place around the livestock market. It just seems a bit sparse around it without the ability to then add to it. That's my only criticism, I think. Constructive feedback, let's call it that. I'm sure Tony and Schultz Modding won't mind at all. So, continuing, on our right hand side we've got the farmers market. Sale point just there. I don't know where any of these vehicles are going, so I've got to be careful. There we go. Across the way. So the first of the farm plots we purchased, and again you can remove all the buildings on here if you want to. So we're turning big open spaces as well. But again, once you're on the land, if this is too big, you could narrow it. You could put fencing in. You could put gateways in. It has all of that potential available. Sleep and wardrobe trigger just over here. I didn't actually check to see. No. That silo there is 150,000 litre standard crop type. Shed space to the side there. This barn opens, that one doesn't. We've got a water point just under our tower there and a fuel point around the back. That'll be a 5 or a 10? 5, isn't it? That size, yeah, 5,000 litre fuel tank. There we go. So that's farm 2. And if we head east now, the next farm will be coming up to our right. Just thinking, you imagine if you've done the silage corn, one of these massive fields of silage corn with a high yield. It's a pity that the silage doesn't pay out like it used to on previous versions of the game, or you could make your fortune doing silage. You're really good. Sleep and wardrobe trigger at this farm here as well. just across the way. That's an NL 1622 2000. Is that right? That's a 2 million litre standard crop type. We've got a little shed there. There's no workshop trigger in that. Then around the back here we've got a solid fertiliser tank, liquid fertiliser tank, fuel tank just there, and then this is one of the Schultz Modding sheds. This is the if you build it, they will come styly. I've always like this. You can do your narrative with it as well. So you can remove the concrete base and simulate the fact you're having your barn built. Come to the back corner here. We can remove that. So you can start with it like that, and then if you wanted to, with the cement works or whatever you wanted to, you could just simulate the fact you're building it gradually. Or if you want to leave it as it is, leave it as it is. Bale and pallet storage, 250 items, just there. This hasn't got an animal pen in it, but there are plenty of pens available, so you could, if you wanted to, put an animal pen inside this, but the fencing is here. Again, this can all be removed if you want to. So if you decide, actually, I don't want to have the white fencing, I want to put an animal pen and then put my own fencing or leave it open, again, you can. Room for activities. Continuing on. Oh, I probably could have gone then. Got such into the habit of... Shall I go? Yeah. Are we going to pick up enough speed before it catches us? Probably not. Foot on the whoosh pedal, let's go! Oh, it's not too bad. On our left, coming up, we have got a buy point. So this is buying station at the front of the building. I didn't actually grab a trailer to see what you could buy there, whether it's everything. You know what? Bear with me one moment. I should double check that. As I'm heading up the map, I thought I would just go grab a tractor and a trailer and we'll head up. That's not to say you won't be able to do liquids here as well. You might be able to, but we'll at least we'll be able to see some of the crops and things. It might just be seed, fertilizer, that kind of thing. Anyway, I didn't even really talk about the equipment and machinery. We talked about the tractors. We had a trailer over there. We had a seeder, planter, large cultivator. There was the harvester with a regular header and a corn header set behind it. We had a Braydale lime and fertilizer spreader. So there was a load of equipment there. We kind of went past it. I mean, if you stop the recording, you should probably have a look and you can see what's there. I just didn't actually talk about it as we walked past. So excited was I by the silos. I'm not sure why, but I was. So let's just double check this. Let's say it doesn't hurt, does it? And I meant to do it off camera. Start filling. Oh, everything. It's just like a buy anything silo. Oh, there you go. Cool. There you go. Good to know, good to check. Now, I could spend ages buying every item, checking it against standard prices. It's there, it's available. I would imagine, again, that's a sweeping statement, I would imagine it's probably a little bit cheaper, but if it's not and it's standard price, it still makes life a little bit easier buying items from there. So warehouse sell point is just there, with our warehouse being around the back, and all the various different things will spawn out the front there. There you go, there's our warehouse trigger. Across the road, grain mill, which we saw in the menu earlier. Grain elevator, sell point just over here. There are no collectibles on the map. I did double check in the menu. It's not showing us any collectibles. There's our grain elevator sell point. To our right, another gas station just there. And up the hill, we come to a sort of roundabout type thing, the main town. There's the post office I was talking about. I thought that'd be quite cool. Buy the little bit of land next to it or whatever, and then have the postal vans and have some post boxes out and about. Would be quite cool. What I like about this, as we go around, it's got this Old West style feel to it. When you look at the shop fronts, and it's interesting how here you go, I'm not American, but that the Wild West history lesson, what would happen was these fronts would go up first like that, and behind them generally would be tents, because when they arrived and they would be setting up to sell whatever wares they had to sell, they would get up a shop front that looked quite nice, and sometimes you'd then have the walkways out front or whatever, and then gradually over time they would build the bit at the back as they'd establish themselves and start working. That's why the fronts, generally speaking, look the way they do. But I like that. I think it's very cool feature. Is that like a bandstand park bit in the front, which is nice. There's no sell points or anything here. And again, this is a plot you can't purchase, which again potentially is a pity, because that'd be quite cool to add some decorative items and stuff on there maybe. Anyway, down the hill, dairy, which was the was added in under our factories. I'm just going to double check. I don't think there's anything. It wasn't showing anything, was it, over and above? Let me just double check. Our dairy. Something is fairly standard stuff, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. That's the dairy, and that's the map. That's Sharon Center, Ohio, by TonyMif and Schultz Modding. If you build it, they will come. Like I said earlier, with that shed. So it's that thing of, you know, it's a brilliant start point. And if you just want to play it as it is, absolutely go for it. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.